Queen's Park today, a controversial piece of housing legislation was passed despite vocal opposition from opponents in the gallery.
They're concerned the new law could make evictions easier and take away the ability of tenants to defend themselves. CTV's Queen's Park Bureau Chief Siobhan Morris is live tonight with more. Siobhan.
Demonstrators inside the legislature were so loud you couldn't actually hear voting happening at some points. The government says this is all about opening up housing supply, getting homes built faster, but opposition just worries that this will mean people are on the streets sooner. An eruption of anger inside the Ontario legislature, with screams raining down on politicians from the galleries above as they voted on Bill 60. Legislation that includes controversial changes for renters.
You're putting people on the streets!
From his seat, the Premier yelled back for that demonstrator to get a job.
It's totally unbecoming of the office of the Premier.
The man on the receiving end agrees.
Doug Ford hasn't had to go looking for a job in a while. He has no clue the difficulties that people are facing.
The legislature in such a state of chaos, security ordered the public out on a bill that skipped committee hearings.
People's voices do need to be heard.
Worried more renters will lose their homes.
Well, I heard it in the House today for sure, but I don't agree with it because we're creating balance in the landlord-tenant system.
The bill shortens the grace period for a tenant who missed rent before they can be evicted.
We're talking about big property managers who are getting rich off of these schemes, and they're the ones who are going to profit.
But small-scale landlords insist they need help.
I've had landlords call me crying because of a tenant that has not only did not pay rent for months and knows how to avoid the eviction, they also damaged the property.
Opposition parties say this bill does nothing to solve serious problems between landlords and tenants.
All it does is it points the finger at every single renter and tenant, of whom the vast majority are acting in good faith.
Frustration and fear that exploded into the open.
I understand why people are upset, because they're desperate, because they can't afford to live in Doug Ford's Ontario.
Bill 60 also does away with localized building requirements like in Toronto for green roofs, and it also smoothed the path to build more housing around transit hubs. Reporting live from Queen's Park, I'm Siobhan Morris. Michelle, back to you.
Thank you, Siobhan.